I think that, look, the really big shift in China is a pretty simple one, is that in 2018, when the US government said nobody's allowed to sell semiconductors to China anymore, what you had at that time was the Chinese government basically panic. They thought it's semiconductors today, tomorrow it could be auto parts, it could be telecom systems, it could be generators, like who knows. We need to be independent on every single industrial vertical. Uh, Otherwise, the West may try to trip up our economy by preventing us access to what we need. Um, and so in 2018, the order was given to the banks, guys, no more loans to real estate. From now on, you're only lending to industry. Now, for 6 years, everybody focused on the real estate bust that came from that very order, and everybody missed the industrial boom. So now we wake up suddenly in 2024, and it's like, oh my God, China's producing much better cars at a much better price than what we have. Better industrial robots, better tractors, better telecom switches, better solar panels. It's industry after industry. They're crushing us, and even to be honest, on some of the non-industrial stuff that we thought only the West could produce. And obviously here, there's the whole discussion around TikTok, the whole discussion around Xiaohongshu. You now have, DeepSeek, the AI that's outperforming OpenAI and ChatGPT, etc. So all of which makes sense because China today produces more engineers than the rest of the world combined. But so that was a huge transition in China from a real estate driven economy to an industry driven economy, and so that brings you to today, where China basically has excessive production capacity in pretty much any industry you care to think of, and that's very problematic for the rest of the world. It's problematic for the German automakers. It's problematic for the Swiss industrial tools makers, and so on and so forth. But yeah, so that's the world. That's the world that we live in. And meanwhile, China keeps on gaining market share. It's in 5-10 years time, China, like on current trends, China will be half of global industrial production. It's absolutely mind blowing. And everybody sits around saying, "Oh, China's about to implode. China's about to implode." And you're like, "No, it's not. It's taking over every industry. It is absolutely not imploding. It's taking over every industry, and that's what we should worry about. Instead of worrying all day about what the price of real estate in Shanghai is going to be, which doesn't impact your life living in London, doesn't impact the life of anybody living anywhere in the Western world. What we should worry about is the fact that they're taking over every industry."